Hello and welcome back or welcome to another episode of Mindful Up Levels. Hey, I'm your host. I'm laughing because I just did a peace sign and I didn't know that peace sign was coming. I'm your host Kiana, and I'm so happy you're here today. Of all the places you could be, all the things you could be listening to, you chose to be here, and that makes my heart very happy. So hey, okay. First of all, if no one has asked you today, how are you doing? If it's the morning, how's your morning going? If it's the evening, how did your day go? How are you feeling? What were some wins from the day? What's going on with you? I'm very happy because it is Thursday, and tomorrow I'm going to New Jersey / New York for the weekend with some friends for our annual Friendsgiving, and I'm so excited. You know when you're like entering vacation mode? And it's just like nothing matters. Like today at work, I was like, oh my God, what a great day. And also, I was on TikTok earlier and everything was making me like crack up laughing. Like I had not laughed that hard in forever. In a while. I was like laughing really, really hard. Like, and it was not even that funny. So this is something, okay. You know how you can have saved folders on TikTok? I will save funny videos all in a folder. Like I literally have hundreds of funny videos in this folder for when I'm doing like EFT tapping and I need a pattern interrupt, or if I just want to just like have a laugh. Like if I'm in the mood to giggle, I'll go to this folder and watch these funny videos. And it's funny because I was adding so many videos to that folder today, but I was like, I have a feeling that when I watch this again another day, I don't think it's going to be as funny as it was today. So, anywho, I love a good giggle sesh. All right, so today's episode is going to be about bringing more of a playful vibe to, honestly, life in general, but today specifically, we're just focusing on creation. Like when you're in creation mode, you're creating something, how can we be more playful and lighthearted about it? Because honestly, like when you're creating, it is so vulnerable, whether it's art, like drawings, paintings, or music, or a podcast, like whatever it may be, you're sharing yourself. Like it's just vulnerable and you're letting people in, and so of course there can feel some like pressure or like some scariness is not the word, some frightfulness, some scared vibes. I don't know the word I'm looking for right now. You get what I'm saying. Because it is so vulnerable. So I feel like something that has been coming up for me and my friends recently, I've been seeing, is the wound of like, you know, being seen in general, but more so just like being creative, being seen, being creative. Because there's the fear of like being misunderstood, or like what if they don't like it, and all these things, you know, which I'm sure everyone has felt at least to some degree. And let me just say, if you do feel that way, first of all, I think we're like literally hardwired to have that in us, because I can't remember if I talked about this in the last episode, but it was in an Instagram caption recently about how like back in the day, like think about when humans were first like in the world, like surviving out in wherever they were, and they were in their groups, and like the groups worked together to literally survive. And it's like if you went against what the group wanted, has anyone seen Yellow Jackets? I'm watching Yellow Jackets right now, and this is like literally that. They were in a plane crash and they got stuck in the wilderness, and they were totally in survival mode. And it's like, you can't go against what the group wants. You can't be the outlier, because if you get kicked out of that group, there's no chance you're surviving on your own. And so that is like still hardwired in us. Like our brains haven't really caught up to the fact that like it's okay if someone doesn't accept us. We're not going to die if someone doesn't accept us. So just putting that out there so you don't, you know, hopefully that relieves some like, I don't know, I guess like shame around feeling that, or like annoyance around feeling that, because I feel like we all have it to some degree. Okay, where was I going with that? So yeah, that could be a fear when it comes to creation. And so I feel like we just need to focus on making creation a fun process, making it more playful, more lighthearted. And it's like, okay, so how do you do that? And first of all, let me say, the thing is, there's always going to be someone that doesn't understand you, doesn't get you or what you're creating or whatnot. And obviously, yes, we need to, work on our self-image and have like our high sense of self-worth and everything like that. And also remembering that, like, for example, I feel like where I'm at, I was just talking to a friend about this today, is I have improved my self-image. It's come a long way. We've come a long way, and there's always way more to go. It's a never-ending journey, Okay, if you heard that, that was my foot on the chair. That was not a fart. Okay. Anywho. So, even though I'm at this place where, like, I like myself, I enjoy my company, I have a higher self-worth than I had before, it still is scary to my nervous system, the idea of not being accepted or understood or liked or whatever it is. It's like my body, my nervous system hasn't caught up to the fact that, like, we're okay if someone doesn't like me. And so we just have to go and do the thing that our ego doesn't want us to do. Like, whatever it is that your ego is trying to keep you from doing, first of all, we don't need to be mad at our ego. Its sole purpose is to keep us alive, keep us safe. And so if it views being not accepted as dangerous, as a threat, of course it's going to do whatever it can to keep us safe. So that could look like us subconsciously making up a bunch of excuses to not do something, not put ourselves out there, not create something, because it just wants us to be safe. And so what we can do is recognize that that is what's happening, and then do the thing anyway, whether it's like posting a video or posting a song or going out to like coffee shops by yourself, or like whatever that scary thing is, doing it even when it feels scary, to show your ego, your subconscious, that you are safe. Look, you did that scary thing, the thing that it thought was gonna kill you, and you're alive. So it's not about waiting until you're not scared anymore to do it. It's about doing it while you're scared. So something that could be helpful so that you're not creating to get validation, because I don't know about you guys, but like growing up, I always needed validation from like whoever it may be, parents, teachers, bosses. Like I just needed to be told that I was doing a good job. And so now, like, for example, with this podcast, it's like, or whatever you're creating, this is just my example. How can you be proud of yourself? Like every little step that it takes to do this creative thing or whatever you're doing, how can you be proud of yourself? Like celebrate yourself along the way. Every little thing that you're doing, be proud of it. Don't only celebrate the milestones of like, oh my gosh, I hit this number of downloads or like this number of followers, like whatever like that. Like, of course, those milestones are fun and celebrate those too. But also celebrate every little step that it took to get you there. Celebrate the fact that you even had the idea to do this creative thing. Like celebrate the fact that it is on your heart, because that is so exciting. If something is on your heart, a desire is on your heart, it was placed there for a reason. And that desire wants you too. Your heart is not a lost and found. That is not someone else's desire that accidentally ended up in your heart. Like it is in your heart for a reason. And especially if this is something you're creating to like share with the world, there are people out there who it's already written that they are meant to find your work. They are meant to resonate with your work. They are meant to be inspired, and you're meant to guide them. Like it's just already written. So I always go back to that belief as well. I'm sorry, that knowing. And like I was saying before, there's going to be people who don't like what you're doing, don't agree with what you're doing, don't understand what you're doing, but all that matters is that you understand it. You like it. And focusing on the fact that you love what you're doing and what you're creating, and there are other people out there that are or will love it too. And showing yourself that it is safe. It is safe and it is okay for other people to not vibe with you, not like you, not like your stuff. Like, who cares that you don't like everybody either? You don't like everybody's stuff either. Not everybody has to love everybody's things. Like, not everything is going to resonate with every single person in the world. I feel like we all have like our own little collectives of like the people who resonate with us. I'm not going to have all 7 billion, 8 billion, however many people are in this world resonate with my stuff. And I'm not going to resonate with all 7 billion, 8 billion people's stuff either. That's totally fine. Also remembering that like everyone is seeing the world out of their lens. Everyone is seeing the world out of their filters. Like our beliefs, shift the way that we see things. So that's why everyone has different perspectives, obviously, because we all grew up in our own ways. We all have our own lives, or our own stories, our own beliefs. And so we all are viewing the world out of our own different lenses. And so remembering that people are seeing what you are creating out of their lens, not your lens, if that makes sense. If you are embarking on these creative endeavors, start to be mindful of how you're tying your worth into what you're creating. Because I noticed that I have the most fun creating things that are like musical, whether it be on the piano or singing or something, because I don't tie my worth to it at all. Like, for example, I am working on this project right now. There's this song, and every time I would listen to it, I would harmonize with it, and I'm like, this sounds freaking good when I'm harmonizing with it. I'm like, I want this to be a song. So I have been just playing around on the voice notes app on my phone, just playing the song, me harmonizing with it, and just experimenting with like the different ways that I want to do the harmonizations, is that a word? And I some clips of it, I'll like sing something and I'm like, whoa, what the heck was that? Like, that sounded crazy. But I don't care at all. I literally giggle at it. I'm like having so much fun. Now that may be a different story for someone who perhaps is trying to become an actual singer, like for their profession or something. Like maybe your worth is tied more into it, and if you were messing up what you were singing, you wouldn't be having as much fun as it, because you're tying your worth into it. So notice what that is for you. In what ways are you tying your worth into what you're doing? And then you can look into that, like where is this coming from? When in the past was something similar like this happening and I was tying my worth into that? You know what I've been loving doing lately is I've just been having like memories come up from things that happened in the past, and the emotional charge is like still so much within me, which I love to release with somatic movement. We love EFT tapping. But yeah, so releasing that, and then seeing the situation from my adult lens now, and like just being able to see the other person's perspective and like things like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this situation is actually so different than how I took it when I was younger. So just revisiting those things and doing the emotional release and seeing the memories in a different way. So powerful, so powerful. So yeah, just be mindful of how you're tying your worth into these things. Becoming aware. Crap, I forget what I was saying before that. I felt like I was going somewhere. Was I like listing was I going in an order? What was I talking about? Oh man, I hate when that happens. Okay, I'll give you an example too of how you can make the creation process more fun, enjoyable, playful. Ask yourself what would make it more fun for you. I feel like with things like when I think back to like school, like I feel like with projects or whatever, like you just think like, oh, this is like serious and like I have to do this and the. And I feel like creation should not feel like that. So it's like, what can I do to make this most enjoyable and most fun and like actually have fun with the process? And so I did that today when I was planning the episode topic for tonight, which I didn't even know it was going to be this until I sat down to do it. But yeah, I asked myself what it would be. Usually it's going on a walk. That is where I just like, the creative ideas come to me most on walks. But it was dark and cold, so didn't want to do that. So I asked what would make it the best for me, like what would make me enjoy it most. And I was getting that I would love like a relaxing vibe. So I dimmed the lights, I lit a candle, I put on this cozy Christmas vibe on the TV, and I loved it. It was great. I like sat there for, even before I started planning, I just sat there for like 20 minutes just like grounding, and it was really, really nice. Because, I feel like that's another important thing too, is being grounded. Because when we're fully in our bodies too, that is when we can like, I feel, be most creative and have things like just channel through us. Oh, I love it. I love it. So this is your invitation to see, where are you holding yourself back? What do you think your blocks are with showing up creatively? Is it the fear of being misunderstood, fear of being seen? Like, what bad thing happens if you are creative? Even whether or not you're like putting your creative things out there, like just what bad thing would happen if the creativity floodgates just opened? And how can you make your process of creation more fun and enjoyable? Because I feel like obviously that is how it should be, right? Right. How can you celebrate yourself along the way? Every little baby step just being your biggest freaking cheerleader, validating the crap out of yourself. Oh my gosh, also friends who are kind of like in the same boat, like they also want to create things. It's so fun to have those kinds of friendships as well, because you guys can really motivate each other and inspire each other. And if you feel like you don't have those kinds of friendships in your life right now, I have definitely been there. I will say, just keep pursuing it yourself. Keep embodying this creative version of you and everything like that, and you will attract the friendships. And also put yourself out there, because the friendships I have now that are like this, I would not have them if I did not put myself out there. Okay, so something I invite you to do is to set the intention to create something for the fun of it. Now, you may already have something in mind that you want to create. Maybe there's something that's been on the back burner, something that you've been thinking about during this episode. Or maybe you are not sure yet. Maybe the answer will come to you as soon as you set the intention. Maybe it won't. Just set the intention and let it go. Go about your week. Try not to think about it and be like, oh, what could it be? Like, what could it be? What could it be? Where's it? Where's the answer? It'll come to you. Just notice what you're pulled to. Like this whole thing of like me creating this like harmonizing song situation, that just like came out of nowhere. I had been listening to the song, and then I just whipped out the voice notes recording. I was like, let me harmonize to this for fun and like record it. And it just kind of like went from there. Like, just see whatever you're feeling pulled toward. Okay, I feel like that is all I have to say. I would love to know what you guys are creating. If you would like to share, please let me know. And I also would love to know what resonated you with today's episode. So you can let me know in the comments, or you can let me know in my Instagram DMs. Ooh, if you're watching on YouTube, maybe give this a like, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, feel free to leave a review. Would love that too. And yes, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.